Okay, so how do you learn this? Here's the great thing about real social dynamics and about our culture. A huge part of the culture of RSD, that's real social dynamics, RSD, is field experience is king. Massive, 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 massive. It's all about the field. So the way that you learn this stuff is you go out and you try it. For example, do you guys realize that if I were to show this video to a lot of people, they would give their opinions about it? Think about that. They'd have an opinion. What does their opinion mean? It means shit. Their opinion is garbage to me. What is my opinion about how a soldier should fight in the Afghanistan war? What is my opinion worth? You know, I just think that over in Afghanistan, they should... You know what I'm saying? Right? Everyone wants to think that they're an expert on the opposite sex. Fuck that. Stop being an expert and start being a person who goes out and lives it. Stop forming opinions. If you're one of those guys that says looks matters because you have some cousin that's good looking that got laid easily, shut the fuck up and go find out. Well, I went out for 2 weeks and I didn't get laid. This is like some guy that went to the gym for 2 weeks and thinks he needs steroids. I've reached my genetic potential in the gym after 2 weeks. I need the ace up the sleeve. Go find out. The problem you'll see a lot of these things on TV, like on National Geographic, and there'll be some researcher and they're like, we asked all these women which faces they like, and they like the face with symmetry. And then you go look at yourself. Like I'll look at myself, I'm like, I'm a little more bald here than here. Shit. Damn it. You know, and you guys would be amazed at the things that women say to me. Women all the time, women say, they're like, I don't like pale ginger guys, but I like you. I don't know why. Or like, you know the one I get a lot? They're like, you look like a movie star. And I'm like, really? And they're like, Seth Green. Like, damn it. I get that, right? So, and then when I'm fat, you look like that Oscar award-winning movie star. I'm like, which one? They're like, Philip Seymour Hoffman. Damn it. Now they'll be like, you look, with my beard, they'll be like, you look like that guy on TV, on that TV show. Which one? To Catch a Predator. Damn it. So, this shit's weird, dude. This shit is so weird. It's fucking awesome, though. People have an opinion. Everyone's got an opinion. This would work, that would work. People always want to like, whenever I meet regular people, they want to challenge based on ideas that we've learned. And it's like, dude, these aren't my ideas. I have almost no ideas about how to meet girls. All I have are experiences, and repeated experiences that are in the hundreds and thousands and tens of thousands between all my students, friends, natural friends, and myself. That's where the view comes from. Field experience is king, baby. Your opinions mean shit. You could show this video to your uncle, and he says, no, it really is about the money. I was dating a woman, and she dumped me. Shut the fuck up, dude. You're basing an analogy off of one thing. It's like, I give the anecdotal evidence of one thing. Therefore, I've made a principle out of that. You don't make a principle out of one thing. It's interesting when creating principles, because when you have a belief about something and you start to see a pattern, you'll start to find more and more evidence that that pattern is true. So this has been something we've had to be very careful about when creating these principles of success with women, is that if we start to believe something is true, we know that our brains is going to become biased and keep finding more and more evidence of it, because that's how the human brain works. The human brain, it says it has this thing that we call seeking only validation. So, you know, when you think something is true, you're going to tend to keep wanting to find evidence to back it up. The reason why the human mind does that is because we would rather feel like we're sure about the world, like we get how the world works, than the scary confusion of not feeling like we know how the world works, and it's confusing and it's scary. But in my journey and in my friend's journey of success with women, we have constantly created principles and found commonalities about what works with girls, but been completely open-minded to contradict those principles and completely flip them around. And you guys have seen me do this if you've been following my stuff. You guys have seen me do this. Only to the point now where after years and years of doing this, are we finding things that we're so sure about that we'd say, okay, dude, we got it. We got it at this point. You can just see it by the results. But ultimately, field experience is king. A lot of our background came from online forums. That's why my nickname is Tyler Durden, right? Because people would be named like Pimpity Dragon or things like that, and I chose Tyler Durden from that movie. My real name's Owen, of course. Well, the culture of the Success with Women community where this stuff came out of was the idea that if someone went online and said, what would happen if I said this? Everyone would come on and berate them and say, go try it. And don't go just try it once. Go try it 10 times. Go try it when you're in a good mood and in a bad mood. Go try it with this type of girl and this type of girl and learn. It's all about field experience. You learn how to get good with women through field experience, through taking action. So how do you do it? Here's how you do it. You make a choice to go out regularly. You say, I'm going to go out ideally 4 nights a week. If you can go out 7 nights a week, fuck yeah. And if you can only go out 3 nights a week, too bad. Try to go out as much as you possibly can, okay? Try to go as much as you can. And when you go out, it's going to be amazing because you're going to learn every night. Make the choice to approach as much as you can. Make missions for yourself. An example of a mission is I'm going to approach 12 girls a night. And walk up, start simple. Hey, my name's Owen. If it makes you feel more confident, you can use my name. Okay? Yeah, just go out there, get confident, start interacting, start learning. Look, even if you were the world's biggest skeptic and you're like, no, it's about the money, it's about my leg, okay? Even if you're one of these motherfuckers, even if you're one of these dumb motherfuckers, you can't deny that going out and relating with women that much is going to produce some kind of result. Let alone when you actually realize that that shit doesn't matter, and then you can produce an amazing result. There is nothing to be lost by going out and learning to interact with women. There's only something to be gained. Actually, I lied. You can lose time. And you can lose your self-esteem and want to kill yourself when no girls talk to you. Damn it. Look, it's time well invested. It's time well invested. And the truth is, if it freaks you out when people are mean to you, that's a sign pointing to a larger problem that you need to stop worrying what people think about you. So it's going to fix that if you go at it properly. You don't give up like a little wussy. Make the choice. Start going out regularly. The more you go out, the more you learn. On the flip side, sure, you can go out too much where you become this one-dimensional pickup character and, you sacrifice other parts of your life. So have hobbies, have things you like to do outside of it. A big part of going out regularly is it makes you realize that you have to cultivate a world that you can draw women into. And when you go out regularly and you see that you're failing to show them that, you might be encouraged to create it. One of the reasons why in RSD we really hammer on going out more than we hammer, say, lifestyle or looking better or even fitness is because we know a secret about male psychology. You want to know what that is? When a guy starts going out all the time, he's going to want to cultivate those things anyway. That's a secret that we know. Because when you start going out all the time, suddenly you're going to better clubs and people are dressed better. And you start to become part of that world. When you start going on, they call it day twos, which is like a date, and your life fucking sucks, you realize maybe I should cultivate a better life. When you bring some girl home and you fuck her, and you run out of breath because you weigh 900 pounds, you realize maybe I should lose some weight. So by going out, you're going to be encouraged to fix those other aspects. A guy who goes out regularly is more likely to go, maybe get contact lenses or LASIK or something like that. Although you can do pretty good with glasses too. I was out with glasses all weekend. I did great. But you're more inclined because as you start to realize that you can change and you can get results, you're more likely to take action in those other areas of your life. So if you want a simple way to get started, do that. And I suppose there's maybe like that one guy out of 100 who's like a complete slob and he just goes out and approaches women forever and ever and he never changes anything. But I don't really see that a lot. I don't really see that a lot. But you want to know what I do see? I see a lot of guys that are too scared to approach that will rationalize that they're working on their lifestyle or working on their money or working on their fitness before going out and approaching. And what you realize is that as far as leverage points of getting girls, the strongest leverage point is learning how to relate as a man to a woman and go out and start meeting people. That's always going to be your highest leverage point. Even I have friends that are fat losers that are getting laid far more than guys that are well put together, because that's the highest leverage point. Like I said, cultivate it all, baby. Cultivate it all. And especially if that's what you love and you do it for yourself, cultivate it all. All right, so like we said, field experience is king. You must go out, you must experience socializing. The more you socialize, the more you're going to learn about how to relate to women, and the more the distinctions, you're going to make what's called distinctions, and you're going to get reference experiences of what makes women attracted and what doesn't. You're going to go in there like a wimp and not get attraction. Then at some point you'll go in there cool, you'll get attraction. And your brain will start to sort it out. Now here's the key to making this work for you. There's a couple keys, a couple little keys to the kingdom here. One of them is that you want to focus, you want to learn quickly from the negatives, but focus on the positives. What does that mean? All right, so there's no such thing as rejection. Key to learning to get good with girls. Get out of that shit where you think there's such thing as rejection. Fuck rejection. There is only what? Learning experiences. It's all about learning experience, baby. Learning experience, learning experience, learning experience. By the way, I don't know why this seminar I keep saying the word baby like I'm Vince Vaughn from Swingers. Again and again. Baby. But I love that fucking movie. Anyway, it's all about learning experiences. When you fuck up, you get a reference experience for what not to do. When you do well, you get a reference experience for what to do. So you need to cultivate reference experiences. Go out and get them. When you're going out, you're accumulating your base of reference experience. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful thing. Whenever you have a bad interaction, focus on the lesson. The lesson might just be that the girl's ridiculous. She's just some drunk, belligerent idiot. You know, not to be a hater, but you know what I'm saying, right? That just happens. Okay, but maybe the lesson is you're acting like an idiot. So you learn from it. And then when you do well, you learn from it. You go out and you collect reference experiences. But whenever you have a problem, quickly internalize the lesson and then forget about it. Put it out of your mind and have that as a discipline. Meanwhile, when you do something well, focus on that. If you only have one good social interaction a night out of 10, focus on that. Because your unconscious mind, when you go to sleep that night, is going to keep burning that into your memory. And if you're one of those guys who browbeats yourself, you're just going to burn all those bad experiences into your memory. You don't want to do that, okay? What I did that I think I had going in my favor when I was first learning this, and man was I ever scared when I first learned this. I mean, this was really hard for me. It used to cause a lot of social anxiety for me. Was I was never hard on myself. I never browbeat myself. I would learn from negative feedback, but I was never hard on myself. See, I think a lot of guys these days are spoiled because they see that there's these online resources like this one to learn how to get good with women, and they want to start getting good within like a week or a month or something. They're spoiled. And sometimes guys do get good that fast, and so everyone wants to be like that guy. Well, when I was learning it, there wasn't really anyone getting good that fast at all. Everyone sucked. That's why I became a teacher. You know, in this day and age, there's so many good guys teaching it that I probably never would have become a teacher, but there was no one really good back then, or very few people, so I could become a teacher at that point. Well, check it out. Because popular girls never spoke to me. The cool kids never spoke to me. I was socially isolated. So if I could go out and some popular girl that looked like the popular girls from my high school that blew me off. But on top of that, she's dressed in high heels, like, you know, she's got fake titties because now the girl's a little older and they put that in, and she's dressed to the nines, and that girl talked to me for half an hour. Do you think if I'm coming from high school where I can't even get those girls to give me, I couldn't even get those girls in high school to tell me the time off their watch most of the time. And they just mocked me. If I got a girl like that to talk to me for half an hour, am I going to go home like, I never get laid? I've been going out for 3 weeks and I didn't get laid. Now let me vent about it. No, I was excited. I was always excited about any good result that I got. I viewed it all good. In fact, when I got out and just got destroyed the whole night, I thought it was good. You know, if girls were mean to me all night, I just thought it was good that I had the courage to do it. I never browbeat myself. I always was easy on myself because you're only human. You're only human. What do you want? What do you want from yourself? Why you do this to yourself? That's just a success barrier right there. You're fucking up your own progress by beating yourself up like that. I see guys beating themselves up. It drives me crazy. Guys that are kicking my ass, like me in my first 2-3 years in this, they're kicking my fucking ass. And if you would have seen me back then, I was bragging my mouth off about what a pimp I was. And meanwhile, guys are complaining and mad at themselves and thinking that there's something wrong with them? Why? Why don't you just say that however long God wants it to take for you to learn this is however long it takes. And maybe there's some lessons that God wants you to learn before he's going to give you the reward. And you should be happy that you're not getting the reward because it's going to force you to change in a positive way. What do you guys see happen to celebrities that they get everything they want? They become soft and unfocused. Negative feedback can be the thing that helps get you focused and get you cool, man. It's good for you. You don't want to be like some celebrity surrounded by yes men and then your music falls off and you become a drug addict because no one tells you there's anything wrong with you. You want that negative feedback. That negative feedback is awesome. It's great. It makes you realize that you need to draw your emotional state from yourself. Stop looking to other people for approval. It makes you realize that acceptance from other people doesn't matter. And then guess what happens? When you stop caring what other people think, maybe because you've been forced to by going out and not getting very good responses, you relax. And guess what happens when you relax? What do you guys think? What do you guys think? Come on. When you relax, what happens? When you relax, you kick fucking ass. Because you sub-communicate that you're cool. It's awesome. So be willing to get reference experience. Field experience is king. Take an action, baby. Take an action. Make a plan. Formulate a plan. I'm going to go out this many days a week. Whatever it is that's realistic for you. I'm going to approach this many people. Maybe it's I'm not going to be out of a social interaction for more than this many seconds. Make missions for yourself. Newbie missions. Give your friend $200 in 20s and say, give me back a 20 everyone I approach. Put leverage on yourself. Get smart about it. Come up with a plan. I can give you plans like, count down your buddy from 30 seconds and if he doesn't approach, punch him in the arm and then he does that to you. That's a cool plan, but you can come up with your own. Get creative, get smart with it. Start getting out and approaching people, learning how to interact with women, and you're gonna learn. And when you learn, guess what? We have this website called rcnation.com with kick-ass free content on the front every week. And then you can look at that website and it'll make sense to you. Instead of being that guy that sits in his parents' basement trying to watch my video, he's never done shit, he doesn't even know what I'm talking about and has some opinion about it, doesn't matter. Go out and get experience, and then those little tips that we give you are going to become amazing. They're going to become super invaluable. It's great. Field experience is king. Field experience is how you learn. Have you guys ever noticed that I love to study inner confidence? You guys seen that about me? You guys ever seen that program called The Blueprint? That's like 4 days on inner confidence, right? Why is something like that super fascinating to me? Because I have so many reference experiences and I go out so much that's exciting. That's exciting to me. But what is a 4-day conversation about inner confidence worth to someone who doesn't go out? It's just 4 days of mental circle jerk, mental masturbation that give them more and more confusion. Here's what you need to know to start going out and getting reference experiences. Here's what you need to know. First of all, walk up to the girl. Walk up with her, and I recommend you square up. It means get face to face. Introduce yourself. Look her in the eye. Don't think ahead. Don't have too much going on in your head. You don't need some super big plan. Relax. Assume that you have value. Don't feel that you need to communicate it. Because guys that are cool don't need to impress anybody. Say what you want to say. Talk. Awesome. Look her in the eye. Shake like this, or not, and talk to her. And then as soon as that conversation ends, go to the next girl quickly and do that to her. And then as soon as that conversation ends, do that quickly and do that to her. And now you're started. That's all you need to know. Get started. As you get started, here's what's crazy. You can't fail. If you do this, you can't fail. I don't know if you're going to date the next America's Top Model, but you're not going to fail. You're going to have success because you're taking action and your brain is going to make distinctions. Who here's a father? Who here's got kids? Anyone with kids? Okay, so you guys with kids. What do your kids do? Let's look at their learning process. That's some inspiring shit to see how a kid learns. But we as adults, do we want to learn how kids learn? No, because we have a self-image. Oh, I'm already good with girls. I don't need to do that. Assaults the self-image. Kid doesn't have that problem. Kids just learn. What kids do is they go out and they'll keep trying to walk and they'll fall. And then they'll laugh. And then they'll keep trying to walk and they'll fall on the other side and they'll laugh. But then they learn how to balance themselves. You'll see the kids learning how to balance themselves. And they'll learn step by step. A little baby will sit there and it'll kick its feet for hours while giggling. The baby giggles. It kicks its feet and it giggles. Why do you guys think the baby giggles while it's kicking its feet? It feels a flow state and happiness because it's learning something. It's learning something new. So it's excited, right? And then it'll kick its feet for a while. And then eventually the baby will just learn how to literally just stand up. And you'll see the baby, you'll see this if you have kids. I got 2 kids. You see them, they stand up and then they fall and they laugh. They go, ha, ha. Then they stand up again, they fall, and they go, ha, ha, like this. And they enjoy it, right? And then eventually they learn how to walk like 2 steps and then they fall. 2 steps and they fall. And they develop their muscles and they develop their knowledge, their understanding. If you do that with success with women, where you just enjoy the process, like, okay, someone rejected me. Whoa. Right? And then you just keep going, and you don't browbeat yourself. You don't get all hard on yourself. Man, it's awesome. You learn so much. You learn so much just by doing that, taking action, right? And then something like real social dynamics can help you to decode that. This is the thing about RSD that you'll notice. We don't like telling you, say this and this and this and this and this. We'll give examples of it because we know it's hard to get going. But we don't want to say do this and this and this and this, because then what are you? Is that you or is that a copy of me? You want to be a copy of me? That's kind of fucking weird, right? Imagine some guy came in dressed like in an H&M hoodie, got the beard, right, dyed his hair like me, bleached his skin. Okay? It'd be fucking weird, right? I'm not trying to tell you to be me. You got to learn what works for you. So what RSD, what Real Social Dynamics, RSD, what we do is we teach you overarching principles of success with women, and then you go out and you take action, and you start to figure it out for yourself, and then we can help you to decode it. And then we're here as partners. We're not here as a guru to go, I am Tyler from Real Social Dynamics. And look at me, bitch. Yeah, I got the perfect life. I got 10 bitches at home, bitch. You want to be like me? I'm not here to do that. I'm just here as an example of a guy that focused on it and got some success, and then here to share what I learned. We're here to be partners with you. We're as partners to help you to understand your journey, because if you don't have a partner, you try to do some shit like this by yourself with no one helping you and no one else doing it, that's pretty fucking weird. Imagine you didn't know anyone else and you just went out and started approaching women like all the time, had no one to talk to about it or anything, no one to give insight. That'd be weird as hell. So that's why we're here. That's why we tell you go get reference experiences. And then programs like the Blueprint or Foundations or this one here, they help you to decode what's going on. But that field experience is so key. You got to be doing it, right? Nothing is more frustrating to me than say I go online, say I go on RC Nation on the forum, and some guy, like, I have a lot of advanced ideas about, say, the ego or becoming present to the moment. And some guy's working himself up into a weird circle jerk about becoming present to the moment and transcending his fucking ego. And he hasn't figured out how to walk up to 12 chicks in a night and say hi. You're going to get a lot more results from walking up to 12 girls in a night and saying hi than you are from learning to sit in a fucking cave and meditate. But if you learn how to walk up to 12 chicks and say hi, and you meditate, that can kick some serious ass. And that's why we talk about it, right? But any advanced idea is worthless to you unless you're taking action. So, say that you decide to go on RC Nation and post about your experiences. Say you want to talk about some advanced inner confidence ideas. Say, hey, what's up? My name's Tyler, which I recommend you can say that for your confidence. And I go out 4 days a week, and I approach people all the time. And here's some questions I have about confidence. And then people go, oh, shit, that's cool. Yeah, hell yeah. Because you're taking action, and then, those deeper level understandings are great. But if you're just working yourself up on some theory about this or that, waste your time, okay? It's a waste of your time. Seriously. Okay, so take action. Field experience is king. Field experiences increases your reference points. It gives you understandings. You've seen it all. Nothing's better than when you're pulling some girl home and some weird thing happens and you've seen it and you fucked it up and you know how not to fuck it up again. Nothing is better than when a girl's passing by and you reach out to grab her to pull her in and talk to her, and the friends start to freak out, and you know from previous experiences how to talk to the friends in a way that makes it cool. Nothing is better than walking up to a girl, looking her in the eye, and seeing her that she wants to kiss you. And whereas last time you didn't have the courage to do it, this time you remember because it pissed you off, because you're like, damn it, man, I could have caught that girl. And then you do it. Take yourself last night. You did probably the best approach I've ever seen. You met a girl right off the street. You kissed her. She loved you, man.
No.
And he says, call me.
No, she asked me for my number.
She asked you for your number, right?
And I gave it.
Has she called you yet? No. So what you learned was next time a girl's super into you and she says, I want to call you because she's so into you in that moment, say, yeah, call my phone. And then you have her number, homie. And then when she doesn't call you, you can send her a picture of your dick Don't do that. Don't do that shit. I have a friend that does that. And then we found the picture and we sent it to all our other friends. That was me. Anyway, look, yeah, but will you do that again? You probably will. You probably will, dude. You're like, yes, call me, and walk away. Damn it again. Are you going to do that? You're not going to, or I will kill you. I'll kill myself, dude. What scares you more, me killing myself or me killing you?
It's equally painful.
Equally painful? Okay, well, I'm going to kill myself. I'm going to kill a cat. If you fucking have a girl, that in you again, dude, and you let her take your number, and you don't take her number, I will find the cutest little cat you've ever seen. I don't know where I'm going with this. Okay, so anyway, I know where I'm going with this. Okay, so, okay, reference experiences. Because you have an anchor of pain there, do you feel pain?
So much.
A little bit, I feel so much, okay? Because you'd be having sex right now, homie.
Yeah.
Instead, you're here with me.
Yes.
Now.
Yes. Foundation.
And dude, my skin ain't soft, homie. I got a beard. You could have been with a soft skinned fucking chick riding your dick, and now you're with a man with a prickly beard. You're not gonna forget that. You bet you got front row seats to it. That's true. Dude, you're not gonna forget that because you learn, right? How the fuck are you gonna ever learn? What, you're gonna memorize all this different theory about how to pick up girls? Just, oh, I gotta remember not to do that. Dude, you've been in this for a while. You've studied it for a while. You knew not to do that, but unless you have the reference experience, you're not gonna remember it. So now, when you hear this little speech, and then you also have the reference experience, now you can remember. The funny thing is, there's guys in this room that hear about what you did and even hear about your pain and the cat. And they won't remember because you have to have that reference experience. So you must accumulate screw-ups. The lesson is you must accumulate screw-ups, but also you want successes. Like, you kissed that girl right off the street. Most guys wait 3 dates to kiss a girl. You went and kissed a girl off the street. That's a success. So you got the success, so you should focus on what you did right, but simultaneously take the lesson of what you did wrong and build on that. And as you build on that, you'll do amazing. And you know what, dude? Your approach is good. And you probably didn't get that confidence that I saw in you. You probably didn't just get that from having tons of success, but rather you got that from learning that rejection is no big deal, right? You learned it's not a big deal, right? So that confidence that you have, that you've learned from rejection not being a big deal, is pretty much indistinguishable from confidence that comes from just being confident. Because you're just a relaxed dude. You just look like a relaxed dude having fun. And you've stopped browbeating yourself. So you're just you're like, whatever, I'm learning. I have a positive attitude towards this, I'm learning. Going around talking to people, you got a positive attitude. So from reference experiences, learning it's not a big deal, you're getting confidence. So now you're getting the inner side of success with women. And then from going out and making screw-ups, you're improving on the outer side. And if you keep doing it, success is guaranteed pretty much. Unless you're a real sad case. Unless you're a real sad case, success is guaranteed. Any normal person, or even subnormal, like where I was coming from, you're going to be successful. But it's all about taking action. Taking that action, getting those reference experiences, and you can do almost anything. And you want to know something crazy? You can go really high with this. Because I'm talking about basic stuff here. But if you want to go really high, there's really no ceiling on it. I haven't hit the ceiling yet after all these years. You can go really high. If you want to do crazy off-the-wall things, you want to have crazy off-the-wall success, you can get it. But if you're new, just focus on just having those first wins. You know, if that means going home with a girl that's not your dream girl, but at least you're getting adjusted to going through the process of meeting, attracting, and bringing a girl home, now you're getting adjusted to it. And all those girls that maybe weren't your dream girl are going to get you ready so that when you do meet the dream girl, you're going to do amazing. I saw a post on RC Nation the other day where a guy said, there's a famous model that works near me and I want to pick her up. You remember this? And they said, how do you get her? And a few different guys responded, well, I'd try this or I'd try that. Homie, this guy doesn't even know how to pick up girls. I said to him, I would be pissed if you got that girl. Because people like me would have no incentive to work as hard as we do if the world were that random and didn't reward consistency. If that guy could just learn some little technique and get her, what would be the point of doing all this shit? That would suck. So when some guy says to me, how do I get this one girl? I say, dude, here's how you get the one girl. Go out and learn how to get girls in general. Then when you know how to get girls in general, and you've had success with a number of girls, and then you go up to the supermodel girl, do exactly what you did with all those other girls. Don't switch it up. Just do what you did. What's been working. And you won't even have to think about it. You really won't. You won't have to think about it. And then you'll have your best chance, your best opportunity of having success with that one girl. That's your best chance. And I said on the flip side, still approach her anyway. I said, go approach that supermodel chick anyway. Because then you can add it to your base of reference experiences and you approach a supermodel. And you know what? Be open-minded that maybe you'll have sex with this girl. Of course, there's no way in hell he's going to. But be open-minded to it because, don't assume failure. So fuck it, be open-minded to it. But then make a commitment that that's going to be one reference experience out of 10,000. Make the commitment to get this area of your life handled. Make the commitment to become good with girls. That is your solution. It is a proactive solution, not a reactive solution. It's very natural. It's very organic. There's similar dichotomies like this even in health, guys. Most Americans, they're overweight, they eat terrible food, they don't sleep properly, and they're stressed out. They get sick, and what does the doctor give them? Does the doctor say, homie, you're overweight, you're stressed out, your values are in conflict with each other, which is creating inner turmoil and creating weird things in your body? No, they don't say that. They say, take this weird concoction some pharmaceutical company invented, and maybe it will delay your death slightly. But pay us. You're a fat doctor who himself is not in good shape. It's crazy, right? Well, how do you avoid getting sick? You know what's crazy? I came down to the States. I pay medical insurance down here. I pay a couple $100 a month. I've never used it. I don't even use my medical insurance because I proactively do the things that will fortify myself not to get sick. And I'm sure I'll get sick at some point. Oh well, and that's fine. And that's why I have it. But I've proactively done things not to get sick. I've created an ecosystem in my body that is robust, not fragile, that is not prone to breaking down. In the same way, if you build an ecosystem with women where you're out meeting women a lot, you're gaining a lot of reference experiences, you're not going to freak out over one girl or over one social interaction, over one rejection, because you're taking action as a whole. You're handling the issue proactively and not reactively. And I'm not saying that everybody should do this, because there's a lot of people who have other priorities in life. A lot of people are doing other things. But if you're watching this and you're here, you're probably one of those people that wants to learn it. So if you're someone who wants to learn it, don't back away from it. Make the choice to get good at it. Make the choice to become abundant with women. That's the bottom line. Make the fundamental choice to learn that to get the girl you want, you must become good with women in general. Make the choice to realize that you're going to be that guy who gets it that women enjoy sex, and that you're the kind of guy that they can have fun with. That way, if you want a relationship, you can choose her from one among many. Make the choice to be the best person that you can be as far as women goes. Make the choice to learn the inner confidence that creates success with women. Make the choice to learn the outer behaviors that create success with women. And if you want to become a crazy hobbyist, watch the advanced materials. If you do it as a hobby, but don't do it out of need, right? Because 80% of your results really just come from the fundamentals. But fundamentally, make that choice to become abundant with women. Not scarcity-based, but abundance. It's like if you see some guy on the street and he's begging you for $1, that's like most guys that have a crush on that one girl. That guy, if that guy's begging you for $1, does he want you to teach him how to make a bunch of money in that moment, or is he in pain? He's in pain and wants that dollar. You say, hey, bro, I'm not going to give you $1, but I'm going to teach you how to make $1 million. In that moment, does he even believe he can make $1 million? He just thinks that he wants that $1. So he's going to he'll go, yeah, I'll make the $1 million, but could you give me the $1 for now? That's like a guy that he's like, look, I'll learn how to get good with girls, but could you teach me how to get Nancy? Because we really have a great connection. And he believes it, right? Because he's in fucking pain. So make the commitment to the learning process itself of becoming abundant. And get to the point where you can be out in some venue where there's a lot of people. You meet one girl who you're so into. She's so into you, you're so into her. Maybe you kiss, maybe whatever. And then you wander off. You don't even care. Because you could meet another girl like that. You could meet another girl like that. Maybe not every night. Maybe some nights are better and some are worse. I definitely have that. I have brutal nights out occasionally when I'm tired. I go out rain or shine, so I'll go out even destroyed. Just try my best. I could have a brutal night. But when you make the choice, man, you make the choice to get that abundance, You will not be in that, like that vagrant on the street wanting $1. You're playing for fun now. You're meeting women for fun, for the joy of it, for the love of the game, for the fun and the passion of meeting women and of social interaction, of the self-development side. And that's a very, very cool situation to be in. You've built a system that is stable. You've built a system within yourself that is robust, not fragile. It doesn't break down because one girl rejected you. It doesn't break down because you had one bad night or a couple bad nights or even a week of bad nights. Because you have those reference experiences from taking that action, all right? And what's going to happen as you do this is you're going to learn in steps. You're going to first just learn how to approach people. And that'll go good for a bit, but you won't get any further. Eventually, you'll learn how to get a phone number. And that'll go for a bit, but then they'll flake you out. Anyone had that? Girls flake you out, right? Then you'll learn how to kiss the girl that you just met, but you won't be able to get a girl home. Then you'll learn how to get girls home, but you won't be able to have sex. And then you'll wind up learning how to have sex. And in the same way that just walking up and talking to a girl and making a conversation becomes easy, going that whole distance will become easy. You'll learn to be successful with women. You'll have to evolve and change who you are as a person, learn to evolve your social skills, and you'll learn how to be someone that offers more value to other people. It's a really great journey. It's a journey that I love a lot, and a journey that if you want to learn it, I've committed to making the resources for you to learn it. I think it's really great. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to bounce out of here, and I hope that this has offered a nice understanding of the fundamentals to this stuff. And realize that I like to talk about all sorts of wacky topics in success with women, but there's a base level of fundamentals that make it work, that make the shit work, that make it solid. And then we like to get all crazy and esoteric off to the side because we love it and we've just been doing it for so many years. But these are the base fundamentals that make it work. So I hope you enjoy it, okay? Take this stuff, apply it, it's going to change your life.